What's up, everybody? Just waiting on Cranky to get here. Yes, indeed. Go Tigers and Lions. Dot Bears. No. Yeah, if we could just get the Red Wings to come out and play in the regular season like they did, like they've done in preseason, we might actually have a shot at making the playoffs this year. Let's see. I guess. We're Lions are finally doing their thing. You know, they're really pushing the whole those teams down south. So, yeah, Tigers eliminated Cleveland, and Lions have beat Cincinnati and Cleveland, and they kind of, we kind of think that the Lions may have permanently broken the Baltimore Ravens, because I know the Texans didn't come out too good this year, and the Texans, last I saw yesterday, I didn't see the final score, but they were kind of smoking Baltimore. So, yeah, see what the rain does. Kevin Hawthorne, good evening. I said we're just waiting on Cranky to get here. I did send him a text a little while ago, about 20 after 5 Eastern here. It's see you in 40, and he answered me. So, well, Cranky has entered the studio. Give me 1 second here. There we go. Add to the stage, and I believe we have a Cranky.
Sup, yo?
Hey.
What up, Mr. Michi?
So, most important part. How are you feeling, Cranky?
Well, I'm feeling pretty good, all things considered. I do have I have a new lens in my right eye.
Yep.
And I went from, I think I told you the other day, or in a text, that the day after checkup with the eye surgeon, he said that I went from legally blind vision of 1200 to 2030. So
nice.
So it's pretty good. I do have a like a black area in the peripheral vision that I'm kind of hoping maybe it's just some blood or swelling or something.
Yeah, it'll go away.
That'll go away. But
it'll go
yeah,
away.
Oh my gosh, the difference of colors, and just I can like close my left eye and see people's faces now really clearly.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's
like you could be 3 feet away from me before, and if I closed my left eye, I could not make out. I couldn't tell who you were,
Right.
So well, that was.
Now you can see all the planets without a telescope.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, with my glasses that I have with the old prescription, I can actually read better with my right eye than when I have my glasses on. I have to use them from the left, so I have to get some new specs. But I'm pretty excited about it. It's really going to make working in the jewelry shop quite a bit easier.
Yeah.
So, and I have a few surprises here. I do have a piece of mail I'd like to open, if you don't mind, while we're doing
Not
this
a problem.
tonight.
Let me make you big so we can see what's going on here.
But first of all, I got 2 other things. You guys never know what you're going to get. I see Jack Stacks and Sorcerer's Stand, Southeast Stacking, by the way, Southeast. Yep. Let's get that 1K thing, buddy. Congrats on moving up there, and everybody. Yep. If you're not subbed, or if you haven't, he's doing an awesome giveaway for the 1K. So if you're not subbed, sub him up, and if you are, share his video, because he's got a really nice giveaway. And congratulations, Southeast Stacker. It's couldn't happen to a nicer guy, without a doubt. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna do we were talking about my eyes. I'm going to show you. I have to sleep with a patch at night.
Right.
So I've got a here's a picture of me getting ready for bed.
Oh, jeez.
You like that? Peanut had to do that, did he?
It's time for bed, matey.
Yeah. And then let's see. Oh, there's me and Lori and my son when he came up to visit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's we'll just keep that part on the light side. Now the other things that I've got, I do have a mail opening. But I got a package that Miss Lori ordered for me, and I hope you can make this out. Can you see the letters S-A?
Life-changing underwear.
Yep. You never know what you're gonna get here, folks.
Right?
How about that? SAXX. They are life-changing underwear. They are the official underwear of the Cranky Stacker. And I got a bonus pack when she ordered those for me. I got their foolproof socks. Do you remember the gloves that I gave Thule?
Yeah.
Okay. These are idiot-proof socks that came as a bonus.
Nice.
They have a left and a right. Isn't that something? I tell you what, just when you think you've seen it all, then you come here with me and Michi, and you see the rest of what you hadn't seen. Now, in Marsh, hi. How you doing? I got some mail. This will be my last thing here. That's that had my address in it. Oh well, I don't care.
I didn't see anything.
This came from the one and only Supreme Ginger Stacker, and y'all know he's the Dragon Master. He gave me that sticker, and he gave me this. This is a cool poker chip.
Oh yeah.
I think that's a pretty new design, and I don't know what's in here, so we're all going to find out at the same time. He does dragon races, and he's always got some really cool merchandise that he puts in dragon races, and I don't know if I can show this on the family channel or not. I'm kidding. So he always has a DAL race with his dragons, and DAL is dead ass last. So if you come in last in a race or two, then your name is put into that race of all the losers, and he makes one loser a winner. And I happen to win. I happen to win this. This is kind of cool. This is a Icy Hot Vixen.
Oh yeah.
Cool 2 coin, and there's some sort of little. I'm assuming that's a female creature there.
Yeah, I've seen those on a couple whatnot channels.
Yeah. So that's copper, and it's way cool. So Supreme Ginger Stacker, thank you very much for that. He's got a way of making even the losers feel like winners. I like that.
There you go.
So go check his channel out. So, all right, that's all that I got on that stuff. I did share with you earlier today, on a serious note, all kidding aside, 6:30 this morning, one of our local police officers was responding to a troublesome male call at a quick shop here, and he and his partner responded and got in conversation, and shortly after they were in conversation, he got shot in the head, our officer. And then the perp alleged shooter traveled 6 blocks on foot to a McDonald's, and they noticed some erratic behavior. Somebody in there was heads up and noticed some erratic behavior, and called the police, and they responded, and It's not clear whether he had been shot in the gunfire exchange with the officers, or he shot somebody else at the McDonald's. Anyway, at that McDonald's, he was taken into custody without incident. So any further incident. So our police chief came on today, and I just anyway, our police chief came on a news conference later in the morning and said that he and the mayor had been down to speak to the officer, and he was alert and talking in conversation with him, and it appears at this point in time that he's going to be have a full recovery. So I'm hoping that it was simply a graze wound or something. We don't know, but it didn't sound like that was necessarily the case. But he is in recovery, so God bless him. We had as the police chief said, a pretty good morning, all things considered. It could have been losing one right straight away out there in the field. And I love these guys to death. Nobody deserves that. He's a 15-year veteran of the force, and just a good guy. So prayers for him and his family.
They claim, those of us that that have gone into that career, they claim the older we get, the harder our head gets.
Yeah.
And I know it's kind of joking and that, but that's, and too, being former EMS, sometimes we have to have a dark sense of humor to get through things.
Yep.
And 15 years, he had a pretty hard head to, avoid it being a lot worse.
Yeah.
So,
and
God bless him and his family and the department.
Yep. And God have mercy on this guy, and his family, because we take care of our own down here, and somebody steps up and does something like that, then you can pretty well count on everybody.
Oh yeah,
pretty much. That fella probably be in his best interest to move somewhere else.
Right.
That's all I got to say about that. But
yeah,
so that's what's going on in Omaha. How's things in Detroit?
Well, a lot of happy people.
Yeah.
Well, not after last night necessarily, but our Lions are on a mission. The Tigers are trying to stay on a mission. We're about to get hockey season rolling, and like I said a few minutes ago, if they can come out and play in the regular season like they did in the preseason, we might actually have a shot at making the playoffs this year. And Michigan won.
Well, that's a pretty good week.
Yeah. We got to celebrate the beginning of my 52nd lap around the sun on Thursday. My son took me to see Eric Church at Little Caesars Arena. Man puts on a phenomenal show. He actually, I want to say he went about an hour and 45 minutes over, because his opening act went for about an hour. So he hit about 9:00, and we were walking out of the arena at 1:45 to go home.
Wow.
So he put on a heck of a show, and God love him. He'll put what everybody thinks to music, and to tell you how good he does. Usually, you'll see people straggling out before the concert's over. Nobody left until the stage went black and the rest of the lights came on, and it's like, all right, get out.
Wow. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Exactly.
I like that.
So,
well, that sounds like a good night.
Yeah, we had fun. He's wouldn't let Dad pay for anything. Dad wanted to go buy a couple of Coca-Colas at the concession stand. He jumps over me. I'll be back. So
nice.
I got spoiled on Thursday.
5 minutes and $40 later.
Right. Well, the pops aren't that bad, but he said, Dad, we got to have a celebratory beer when we first got there.
Nice.
And Uh, I had, and we went to this place that it's all like local breweries, the microbreweries here. Uh, that's all they sell in the place. And he got me, my favorite of what they had, and he got his favorite of what he likes. And mine came in I want to say like a 10-ounce plastic cup, and his came in a 12-ounce or no 16-ounce can, and it was like $35. And that's why I don't go to Little Caesars Arena.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Holy smokes!
He's talking about wanting to do a couple of Wings games. I said, well, let me know what you're thinking so I can save up for it. Holy cow! Two pops, $20.
Man, I just flashback to the first concerts I went to. They were like $10-15 tickets, and
oh yeah,
that was
he
for
still won't tell me what he paid for the tickets.
Aerosmith and
yeah.
Aerosmith and REO, I think, was $15.
Yeah,
but yeah,
yeah, he still won't tell me what he paid for the tickets. So he probably figures I'll have a heart attack if I find out how much he paid for them. So
Southeast Stacker says they beat Vandy. That's a good weekend for Alabama fans. By golly,
yeah.
Anytime you beat Vandy is a good weekend. Vegas says, "What is a pop?" Really?
Yeah. In Michigan, soda is something you bake with.
Yeah,
it's a white
there
powdery
you go.
substance that you bake with.
I think most people around here say pop too, but I think most everybody just says Coke. If you want to go get a Coke, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what's your brand or flavor. It's you want to go get a Coke, Coke or a pop. That's what everybody hears down here. But
all right,
very good.
Yep, we call it pop. We got Fago is a Detroit thing. I think Cranky, you said you guys can find it occasionally out by you now, right?
We got Fago. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's another thing that happened here.
Fago used to be strictly a regional thing, and the first flavor they put out was Fago Red Pop, and it's still one of the best.
You know what? That is Pop is my dad, Southeast Stacker. I like it. The Hy-Vee close to us here, it used to be called Drug Town when it was across the street, and it's been on the corner it's on now probably for 20 years. And I mean, it's like it's our go-to place. It's where we all get our prescriptions and everything there, and it sells. One of the few here that sells Fago. They have their own little section in the store, and they have it cold. And I found out 2 or 3 days ago they're closing on the 13th. So it's like,
oh geez,
yeah, it's really got a lot of people upset here. Florence is north part of Omaha, and it's a big deal. And they say it's because of theft. At least that's kind of the rumor that's going around the employees. We know everybody over there so well. It just, you can't tolerate it anymore. But
I know.
I get it, but it sure is sad.
Yeah. The Fago Red Pop, that was like one of their original flavors, and then their Orange Pop, back when I could still have it, the Orange Pop went really good over vanilla ice cream. It was like having a creamsicle float.
Yeah.
And then if you get Verner's in your area,
we do.
That's another
ginger ale float
Detroit thing. Was created by a pharmacist and actually works really well if you have an upset stomach or you're just generally not feeling good. Verner's is the remedy, but it also goes really good over vanilla ice cream.
It does. It does.
The original indeed. Boston Cooler.
Love it. Love it. CNC Nitro, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. Yeah, I just had not too long ago. I had Burner's float, ginger ale float. That's
Oh yeah.
right up there in the top float sodas, pops, whatever.
Well, see,
You
we
gotta have
used to
you
have
gotta have ginger ale, you gotta have cream soda, and you gotta have root beer, of course. That's
right.
like a
Well,
number.
hey, and Fago makes a good rock and rye.
Rock and
It's a
rye.
cream soda. It's a cream soda, but it's what they call it. It's a reddish color. It's not like clear.
Yeah,
But I mean, this stuff. Oh, this stuff is good too.
I'll have to try that.
I had to give it all up because they only make certain flavors in diet now, and all the ones I like they don't make in diet.
Of course, of
Yeah.
course. Well, that rock and rye. That sounds to me like a line from Animal House. Didn't he order something rock and rye
Oh, I have
when
no idea.
they were all in
It's
the
been so
bar
long since I've seen that movie.
dancing to Otis Knight and the whatever?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, what kind of stuff you been buying, Michi? I ain't.
I got a my LCS has a whatnot channel now, and I wasn't able to get out to see them. Was it last weekend? So I bought some stuff from them on whatnot. Picked up a bunch of wheat cents for filling my my guardhouse box, and Halloween's coming pretty soon. I know my set won't look as cool as it did for Christmas last year, but I've got a few things I can throw up there and call it Halloween. And I got on there with 007 Coins, who we know better on here as Phoenix.
Yeah.
And bought a couple cool things from him. I got this. It's a here, give me 1 second. Let me do this. It's called the Shield of Souls. It's all skulls. It's a
wow.
1 ounce copper piece. So that'll look good for Halloween. And then he ordered some slabs and slabbing some of his stuff. And I know most of the time this goes more toward like Cinco de Mayo, but there's it's a skull. So
Yeah.
but it sugar skull copper round. So picked up those.
Way
And
cool.
yeah, some pretty cool stuff. He was the theme of his show that day was cleaning off the desk, and actually not coin or metal related. Let me grab this real quick. When I was a kid, I was a lot bigger baseball fan than I am now. But he put this plaque up there, and I will put a disclaimer in there. This is before the roids. Mark McGuire was one of my favorite players when I was a kid.
He had hemorrhoids?
No, the other roids.
Oh.
But back in the day before he started juicing, and he was on the Oakland Athletics, so picked that up for a pretty good deal. So,
how do you feel about that roid thing with him? I a lot of people held that against him. I never really.
I wanted so hard
Sosa
not to
and everybody. It. I think was. I don't really care. I mean, baseball's baseball.
Yeah, it just
you still got to hit it.
It kind of took some of the. To me, it took some of the. What's the word I'm looking for? Took some of the fun out of the fact watching him and Barry Bonds and Sammy Sosa trying to break that record that year.
Yeah.
And I'm glad he did it, but it just it kind of to me should have an asterisk next to it in the record.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think they ought to do like a different category or whatever, like Willie Mays and Hank Aaron, all them guys. They're legit, and that's some of that stuff.
And they and I even look back at we had a guy that played for the Tigers back in the 90s. Name was Cecil Fielder. And this guy, he was huge, but he was naturally huge. Just he's a big guy. And it was fun watching him because no Detroit Tiger had hit 50 or more home runs in a season in I
Did I lose you? Did you lose me? Uh-oh. All right, everybody. I don't know. Can anybody hear me still? I don't know where Michi went. Can you still hear me? That's interesting. Well, we will cool. All right. Well, I guess I get to ad lib here. I don't know where Michi went. We lost you, Michi. Where'd you go? Well, all right. I don't have anything really cool to discuss other than I mean, we're all tired of all the upset that's all over the world. So we're not going to go there. You all know how I feel about all that stuff anyway. So just, that country song, Try That in a Small Town, is holding more true all the time. By the way, all this stuff right here, I know I've said it before, but this week is most definitely going to be an auction. So if you're interested in anything you see here, or you have, I think I'm going to do a spot and go, or some sort of thing. I'm considering seriously selling my Libertads and trying to get back get some other stuff. There, I think he's coming back. Anyway, I'll be having an auction this week, so look for it, y'all. And I'll be doing a video here in the next day or so, because I haven't done one for a while, and I need to do that. It looks like he's trying to come back. Are you there? That is such a strange thing that 3-1s. Yeah, Lions are doing pretty good. I went to Peanuts flag football game yesterday in Marsh, and he's on the 49ers, so I guess I'm going to have to get me a 49ers cap. But I really haven't been keeping up with the NFL, and I asked some people there, some friends of my son-in-law there that had some Ravens jerseys on, asked them how they were doing, and they said not too good, but really about the only people they knew of that were doing any good were the Bills. I guess they're playing pretty good football. So, and I hope the Lions do get it this year. That'd be nice. Give us a song, Jack. Oh my word. Let's see here. I can't remember the first of it, but I had a little drink about an hour ago and it went straight to my head. Hey, no, we don't want to go there. I'm tired and I want to go home. How's that, Jack? That holds you for a year or two? I hope nobody gets stabbed. What do you mean, in Detroit? No, man, I've been hearing all kinds of good stuff up there. Um, yeah, uh, having been a paramedic and first responder, I got to tell you, I'd much rather run into pepper spray or a gun even than a knife. They scare the shit out of me. I had a guy try and stab me with a big kitchen knife a couple of times when I was simply trying to save his life. But yeah, Detroit's voice of an angel. Oh, God bless you, Jack. You're you guys, you guys are all the best. I can't tell you how this helps me every week, every other week when I get up here. I see Michi's tag up, but I still don't see him. I'm gonna shoot him a text here real quick. Hold on, folks. Chat amongst yourselves. Is that what they say in the office buildings now? Ask him if he's coming back. How bizarre. Just electronics and me, I tell you what, it's got to be maybe in the weather. You know, we've had some serious rain here the last couple of days and lots of thunder boomers. We Miss Franny doesn't like storms, and of course she got all nervous and sickly last night because of that, but she kind of hangs out there with me. Now he's gone again. Well, folks, we're gonna hang on here. Hi, Sober Stacker. Good to see you, man. We're just gonna hang out. I'm gonna try and keep up with the chat over here since he's Mark Sanchez. Who's Mark Sanchez? Arrested. Oh, you know what? Jack Stacks, I just saw that I had gotten one from you when I was looking up the link that Michi sent me. And I intended to look at that. Oh, look at here. Now I'm waiting for a Wi-Fi connection. Interesting. Butt fumbler. I'm lost on that one. Oh goodness. Oh, looks like he's buffering here. And 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can, yeah. Where did you go?
Somebody tried to call me because I'm doing this on my phone, and it knocked me out. And you know, me and Tuck are like, yeah. Anyway,
yeah. I was just explaining.
Guys.
I was just explaining to him how tech works with me and our generation now. Not so great.
Yeah, it's I literally had to go all the way out and then come back in. So sorry about that, guys.
Ain't nothing but a thing, right?
Yeah.
Well, I sang them a song and at Jack's request, so and they all stayed. So I guess it could have been worse. So they might want to put that on a recording for their Halloween candy give out night. Scare the kids.
Oh, we've got a neighbor over behind me that the guy needs to turn down the volume on his Halloween stuff because I went outside for something in the middle of the night the other night, and all I hear is this.
Oh man!
You know, and the thing is, I'm one of those ones that yes, there's a certain thing that is in my waistband whenever I go outside after dark, even where I live, where you know it's not the worst place in the world, but things do happen in the dark, and it's like, you know, you're liable to find some holes in your creepy skeleton on your front lawn there, buddy.
So. Yeah. Especially if you're not from the neighborhood and you
right?
hear that going on out there.
Oh yeah.
That might stir up some trouble.
Right.
As volatile as things are these days.
Oh yeah. Oh, and before I forget, I do know that we have some nurses that follow us, specifically ER nurses. And before I forget, because I love all of you to death, happy Emergency ER Nurses Week to all our ER nurses.
Oh yeah.
And
absolutely.
We've, you know, at the hospital I work at, we've got some phenomenal, highly underpaid and unappreciated ER nurses that still show up and do the job every day.
Always underpaid.
Sober Stacker. Michi went to arrest some protesters real quick. I'm avoiding Chicago.
Yeah, yeah.
Fortunately, we're not having a bunch of that here. That's just I know the whole Chicago fiasco right now. That's something for another day and a whole different video or conversation.
Conversation. Yeah.
But rule number one is you never leave people to fend for themselves. And
Yep.
yeah. So
All right. Yeah, and going out with that, a big thank you for all that you do, and God give His angels charge over you, nurses, because
yeah,
it's uh, it's an honorable profession, and
it is. And,
it's underpaid, underappreciated,
and
and it is plain and
and
simple.
I can say because I've got in Michigan we're slowly turning into where we only have probably 3 or 4 health systems in the entire state, and I know for a fact that Tenet Health, McLaren Health, Michigan Medicine, and Corwell Health. Uh, this is a thing that irritates all of us, not just the nursing staff. Um, these nurses come into work knowing they're going to get abused by patients. They're going to get spit on. They're going to get kicked, punched, slapped, attacked, and they still show up, even though our employers will come back, sit them down, and ask that nurse, what could you have done to prevent that?
Hmm.
And that's not our nurses don't need to be our nurses. All our medical people, none of them need to be treated like that.
Nope,
And
absolutely not.
but I thank God for them every day, and love them all to death. So
Well, yep. God bless them, and we love
yeah,
you. We need you. There. I said it. Much cranky love to you. How about that?
yes
You knew
sir.
I'd work that. You knew I'd work that saying in here somewhere, didn't you?
And also for the ladies, it's October, and I'm just gonna point at that right there and say, you know what to do.
Yep.
And also want to remind everybody, I did a video about it, posted or shared the videos from the guys. Silver and Gold Stack Attack and My Silver Journey are doing a benefit auction for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital on November 5th. If you'd like to donate something to be auctioned off or donate to help offset shipping costs, or just make a donation to St. Jude and shoot them one of them an email and let them know you did it. They're going to be doing some contests there, and the cool thing about it is they're doing it the same way that they run the Wounded Warrior uh, benefit auctions, where you make the donation directly to the organization, and they're not touching any of the money. That's going directly
Nice.
to the benefactor. And I'm excited to see how it goes. And in my video that I put out yesterday, uh, talking as a dad, I am very fortunate that my son was born healthy and is still to this day very healthy, because a lot of parents don't have that luxury. And
I,
fortunately, Danny Thomas knew what he was doing,
mhm.
and he nobody get the parents, families don't get a bill. Everything's taken care of. But on the flip side of that, everything they do is paid for with donations.
Yep.
Even to the point of keeping the lights on at the
Yeah.
hospital. It's all by donation.
I've been supporting St. Jude's for gosh almost 30 years now.
Yeah.
Because Colby's 24, and he when he was in grade school, he just thought that was cool that I supported that uh, that charity, and
Yes.
he wrote a paper on it in middle school. Thought it was pretty cool. So
Yeah.
uh, I think I have every intention of doing some sort of a custom pour for uh, or something like this for St. Jude's.
Yeah.
Put a St. Jude's logo or something on there. I haven't decided exactly what. I'm really hoping I can get that done in time for their auction, because
Yeah.
that would be really cool. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah,
Joseph
there.
Lopez has popped in. How you doing?
Hey, Jolo, good to see you, man. Thanks for coming in. Yes, St. Jude's and Tunnel of Towers
Yes.
uh, and Wounded Warriors, really, in my opinion, like the three
Right.
top charities for me. We have I told you before, I think, Michi, and either in one of our talks or mentioned it. I know I've mentioned it in a couple of videos, but like probably half a mile from me, a few blocks down the road, they finally broken ground on it's called the Durham. I think it's either Durham House or I think if you looked up Durham House, anyway, long story short, it's a care facility for a long-term care facility for wounded soldiers, veterans.
Okay.
And it's going to be. I am so looking forward to that being close. I might actually try and do some volunteer time over there or something.
Oh
That'd be
yeah.
cool. It'd be cool. And they've broken ground, and they're starting to, they've platted it out and all that kind of stuff. So it's coming along, and it's
Outstanding.
going to be good to have something like that pretty close. I'm looking
Yeah.
forward.
They need more of that.
They do, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of horror stories about how the veterans are being treated by the VA, and that's,
Oh
God,
yeah.
Michi, that goes clear back to the Nam era guys that
Yeah.
well, and even Korean era, that I was dealing with as a paramedic, back in the late '70s, early '80s.
Right.
VA, it was a real shambles then. I don't know. We had a guy on a stretcher one time that was a cardiac. He was in the process of having a heart attack, and they wanted us to leave him on our stretcher and our cart and stand in the hall and wait until you know
Right.
a room opened up. I think we were in the hall with this guy for 30 minutes before my partner went up and then absolutely pitched a fit.
Right.
There's no reason for that. There's no
No.
reason for that.
And
So
I got to deal with and I'm not a veteran, but when most of us guys and gals, when we hang it up and retire, we go to work in security at the hospitals, and
mhm.
I was no exception to that. And we happened to one of the largest hospital campuses in Michigan was where I worked. And in the middle of that campus, the government leased, or the VA leased property and built a new VA hospital with the intention of combining all the VA hospitals in Southeast Michigan into one building.
Oh my
Well,
gosh.
that was a hospital that the planning stages began in between Korea and Vietnam. Well, they didn't break ground on this hospital until 1993. And big long story short, this hospital sits about 80% empty
Wow.
because all these people they plan to put in there aren't there. They've all passed away.
Hmm.
But watching a gentleman walk up to the door of they don't call it an emergency room, it's an urgent care. And he said, something's wrong, I need help. And he was turned around and sent back out the door and told, come back when you sober up. Well, the guy comes walking back down the driveway and goes, well, I'll just go to that hospital across the street. And he wasn't paying attention, and he got smoked by a garbage truck. It was snowing like hell, and the garbage truck legit didn't see him. And come to find out, the guy wasn't drunk. His blood sugar was at like 34.
Wow.
But because he wasn't acting right, they turn around and put him back out the door.
Yeah.
Or, we used to do where we would, they would share and, hey, we're looking for this and barter or whatever for stuff that they needed. And they sent me over there one day on a pharmacy run. And I go down to the basement of the hospital, and this is a hospital. And the floor was crunching, and I'll just leave it at that, down in the basement.
Yeah.
And, and they think that's all fine and good. And these guys that need help now, oh, well, yeah, we can fit you in. Let's see, it's the 6th of October now. We can fit you in on November 20th of next year. No. So
yeah, and that just shows you too that that in that particular instance, emergency medicine is not always what it seems to be.
Right. Yeah.
That's you're either good at it or you're not. And apparently some people that are working in it should be more of a extended care facility kind of
right. But
kind of staff.
They built that place, and the intention was to close the one in Allen Park, to close the one in Ann Arbor. There's another one, I can't remember where the third one is, but they were going to combine all three of those hospitals into that one building. And
yeah, I worry about you sometimes, Michi, that with all the chit chat that's going on online about supposed targets and that type of thing. I'm sure you've probably heard the stuff.
Oh yeah,
well, Angry Prepper. I don't know. You watch Angry Prepper?
Yeah.
Do you watch Angry Prepper?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was talking about, he's a fire. For those of you who don't know, Angry Prepper's a good guy. He's a fire department. He works for FDNY and in New York. Clearly, wow, that was kind of stupid. But anyway, he's he's a New York firefighter in New York. He was talking about them getting having meetings and getting briefed on different things as far as false uniforms and that's that would be like a secondary target. You cause some mayhem, and then you go to the healthcare facilities and cause trouble there. I worry about that.
Fortunately for us, and I mean, I'm a patch collector. That's my thing away from this. I collect shoulder patches, and I can't even get one of the ones we wear now. I can't get one. They're that restricted. And literally, if we order uniforms, like if I have to order a new jacket, which I just reminded myself I have to do when I go back to work. I had, if I order a jacket or I order new uniform shirts or anything that patch goes on, I have to turn in the old ones to get new ones. And when they notify the uniform company, hey, we need shirts for this person, or we need a jacket for this person, one of the guys from our quartermaster actually goes to the uniform store and hands them the patches to put on when the order is put in. And but I jokingly say, because people have a lot that do know where the hospital is that I work at, have the misconception that we're a small little community hospital where nothing ever happens. And yes, we are an itty bitty teeny weeny little hospital with big hospital problems. But but yeah, and not trying to sound like one of these people that it won't happen. It won't happen here. They got to find us first.
There you go. Yeah. There you go. In Marsh. I wish I was more familiar with in Marsh. I don't know whether to say in or Marsh or in Marsh when I'm replying here, but there's a question about fish antibiotics and our thoughts. I personally think there are probably higher standards in production um, on that type of a line if it's not put out on the same line as antibiotics for humans. I wouldn't advise you either way. I know what I've done, what I haven't done, and I might add that I do have a dewormer for my horses
Yep.
in case I do decide to get horses again. So
Right.
I'm
Right.
just saying.
Yeah. Get it
uh,
before it's illegal again.
yep, yep. Hey SGT, I don't know if I said hi to SGT earlier or not. Hi, hi, hi.
Oh,
That dude's putting out some smoking stuff as
heck
per
yeah.
usual.
Did you see
Um,
that 250th anniversary of the Marine Corps round he made?
yeah, I
That
did.
that was sweet.
Very much putting some good stuff out. Keep it up.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, I don't know if you've considered that you know the offer that I threw out on the table. That might be something we
Oh
could
yeah.
talk
We'll
about.
we'll we'll talk.
Yeah, yeah. That's it's it can be a done deal pretty easy,
Yep.
but
Got a
and
few things I got to take care of here first, but yeah, we will
outstanding.
definitely
Yeah,
talk.
outstanding. This one right here. This is going to be tough. My son wants me to pour this. It's a dragonfly,
Oh wow.
and
Yeah,
look at the underbelly, soft underbelly of that. He
oh
wants.
yeah.
Now
That's cool.
I'm not sure how that'll turn out, but I thought, well, what the heck, I'll give it a shot.
Oh yeah,
We'll
yeah. I
see.
was gonna say you don't know until you give it a shot.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens with that. But anyways, um, might be hanging it up in the what?
Oh,
I don't know, SGT. I thought maybe you were starting to make a. I mean, I do understand it's a very time consuming thing, and
yes.
you got to be in it and on it. And there's good days and bad days, but the only good thing about pouring for me, SGT, is that it's a very forgiving media, and you can like you can remelt your mistakes. I I don't think I've had a dozen pours that weren't actually a second or third pour because
Yeah.
the mistakes do happen. Oh, I got you, SGT. Well, gosh darn it, man, you got my number. You should call me. We the doctor's in for conversation if you ever want to chat. I I like to do that. But anyways, we got to take care of each other.
That's right. Nobody else is gonna do it.
That's right. So I saw the picture of you and your son. That must have been the day of the concert that you
That was the day of the concert out in front of LCA.
right on.
Not my
Yep.
favorite place in the Metro Detroit area, but I have to give the kid, and yes, he's going to be 22 next month, but he will always, and I know usually moms say this, but I say it too because he at almost 22 is still daddy's boy. He, that kid knows LCA like the back of his hand because they're down there all the time. He and his mom are both members of the Red Wing Forum Club, which is the booster
Nice.
club for the Wings.
Yeah.
And anytime they talk about, oh, hey, first X amount of 1,000 fans get this on the way in the door, it's the members of the Forum Club that come down and do the giveaways. They hand that stuff out to everybody. And he knows that building like the back of his hand. I got a friend that was gifted because she loves puzzles, and was gifted a 1,000-piece puzzle, and it was like a panoramic shot of the inside of Little Caesars Arena. And he happened to be down this way, and he's like, oh yeah, well, here, this goes here and this goes here. He was helping her put the puzzle together because he knows where everything's at. Well, that's got to be over here because
Wow.
but he was able to get us some really cool seats, so there was no climbing stairs up or down, and great view of everything that was going on. But yeah, I joked around with him. I said, "Oh my God, I actually got you to smile." When he was a kid, he was a ham for the camera. Now he wants nothing to do with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
I can identify with that. Sometimes you just feel like a piece of meat.
Yeah. Well,
He's a good looking, he's a handsome man.
I look at the thousands of pictures that my ex mother-in-law took of him, and she would still go to Costco and get the film developed because she actually used film. And I think my ex-wife has probably got a couple of 50-gallon totes that are full of Costco envelopes with pictures in them.
Wow.
And now he's like, "Oh, come on, do we have to?" Hey, man, it's a tradition. Anytime we go to a ball game, we go to a hockey game, we go to a concert, we always do the father-son selfie. Okay.
There you go.
But yeah,
it's tradition.
We had a blast. Yeah, we had a blast.
T-Bird must be on a break. He's in here. Hi, T-Bird.
I just saw it. What's up, T-Bird?
As always, thanks for coming in. Hey, where's Mike been? I haven't seen Mike in a while. I got an email from him. I got an email from him the other day on a personal note, but haven't seen him in here. I hope he's not had his fill of us.
Well, I know that little impromptu live stream I did last weekend, I lost a couple people because of that. And it doesn't hurt my feelings any. It's part of what makes living in this country great. We can have our differences of opinion and go from there.
It's quality, not quantity anyway, Michi.
Right. Yeah.
It's
just I have to laugh because I'm surprised I haven't bit through my lip at work yet.
What would you have lost anybody over, dude?
Well, it's just the whole my take on things going on in the country right now, and the fact I know I've got people I work with. You want to see them get set off real quick when I make the statement that our kids aren't being educated; they're being groomed in school, and they lose their mind. So.
Well, y'all take that sentiment times about 10 because I'm older.
And I think I might have brought up the whole thing with my great niece and them trying to find a way to punish her because she was asked in school if she would have a problem being friends with a furry, and she said yes, I would. And
wow.
You go to the office. And for what?
Are you serious?
Oh yeah. They pulled that on her, and then there was an incident where a boy grabbed her inappropriately, and nothing was done about it. But she's listed as a troublemaker because, pardon my French, she knocked him on his ass.
Good for her.
And
dude, am I gonna have to come up there and open up a can of Cranky?
No. I found out that I have some friends in certain places that I didn't know were in those places, and they're gonna try to look into it a little bit. It's just you put your hands. I don't care how old you are. If you're a boy and you grab a girl inappropriately, that's criminal sexual conduct in the state of Michigan, regardless of your age. And it basically they're going, oh well, they're kids. No, these are teenagers.
That's a slap the dad kind of behavior.
These are early teenagers, and now she's been tagged as a troublemaker because she defended herself. And that's what they're teaching our kids nowadays is, oh, well, you're assaulted, just stand there and take it. Somebody puts their hands on you, boy grabs a girl by her chest or her rear end or, around front, just stand there and take it. It's okay. If you defend yourself, you're a troublemaker. No.
Well, that sounds like Canadians' law, logic there. Yeah, just comply with them, and
make sure you shovel your snow so they don't slip and fall when they're running out of your house with everything you've worked hard for or make sure you don't have any shoes near the door because they might trip and hurt themselves. And just comply with the people that break into your house. No, and
you can do anything. You can do anything you want on your last day in my neighborhood.
Right, and it's kind of comical to listen to the premier of Alberta. She's no, we're not doing that. No, we're not doing that. And SGT, there's something that I've said a lot that a lot parents nowadays need to open their eyes, and you're not there to be their friend. You're there to be their parent. You're there to teach them right from wrong. And I fortunately, I don't know how in the heck we did it. I only had to raise my voice to my son once when he was growing up.
Yep.
And I never spanked him, but I was, and I know you guys can't see me, but I at one time was very large. I could literally close off a doorway in a house. And I went over, this is after my ex-wife and I got divorced. I went over to the house one morning after work because I had to do something with him, take him somewhere or whatever. And he was giving mom an attitude. And okay, you know what? I'm not supposed to care. She and I are divorced. I'm going to sit back. I'm supposed to sit back and laugh. No. I walked around the corner and I looked at him and I said, "Who are you talking to like that?" And he rolled his eyes and I said, "I asked you a question. Who are you talking to like that?" And he tried to push past me. And I belly bopped him. And he kind of flew a couple of feet into his bedroom and landed on his butt. And instantly tears were on. "Oh, sorry." And that's it. We never, and because he knew mom and dad aren't if I do this, mom and dad are gonna be ticked. And his thing was he never wanted mom and dad to be disappointed in him. He's a typical kid. He'd test the waters every once in a while. And SGT, he thought he was going to worm his way past me, and I just kind of did the belly roll and he went flying. So, but we never got, only time we ever got called to the school was because he came to the defense of a kid that couldn't defend himself, and the kid was being bullied, and he stepped in and well, you're big and bad enough to push him around, push me.
Yeah.
He's stubborn. But we were fortunate. We never had to mom him or dad him. And he just, his buddies were like, "Hey man, let's go." I actually heard him say it one time. One of his buddies was like, "Hey, let's go do this." And "Have you met my dad?" And that was the end of the conversation right there. "Have you met my dad? Or would you like to meet my mom?" But we never had to we never had to mom and dad him. Of course, at times you sit down and you have the, "All right, kiddo, you're coming up to a point in your life where," and not the birds and bees, but other things. Some of your friends are gonna decide to experiment with something, this or that, and they want you to experiment with it too. And this is why it's a good idea not to enter it, whatever here.
And that's just part of growing up and spreading your wings,
Right. Yeah.
But everything within reason. I mean, they got to learn life somehow. Hey, Michi, I got a call from my son that says he needs me to call him. It's very important.
Okay. All right.
So
we've been going for about an hour, so
I will. I better duck out and gosh darn it, it was getting good too.
Hey, you know what? We'll pick up where we left off in a couple of weeks.
Sounds good to me. I hate cutting out.
No, you know what? Cranky, family first, my friend.
Yeah, I know. But he wouldn't have said it.
Right.
He wouldn't have said it was important because he knows we do our stream. So let's see what's going on with him here. But I'll drop out here real quick and let you close it. But by golly, everybody, thanks for coming in. I love this. It's family time for me. Every time I get on here, I just appreciate and love each and every one of you. I am absolutely ecstatic that I have left and right socks now. I'm just tickled to death with that. And everybody just keep your head on a swivel. Stay safe out there. And, answer an angry person with a word of kindness and really blow their mind. Really blow their mind.
Amen.
And then if you have to, take care of your business. That's all.
There you go.
Anyway, all right, I'm gonna duck out real quick. Michi, thanks so much for having me. As always, I love you, my brother. We'll talk. Maybe give me a call when you get up tomorrow. How about that?
Yeah, sounds good. Well, I'll give it because you're an hour behind me, so I'll give you an hour to wake up before because I'm usually up before the roosters. So
all right. Well, yeah, I'm good for it either way too.
yeah.
So, all right, my friend.
Alrighty.
Everybody, thanks for coming in. Much cranky love to y'all, and I will see you on the next one.
All right, everybody. Yeah, we're going to wrap it up for tonight. I appreciate y'all stopping in, hanging out with us, and we'll do this again in 2 weeks. We do it every other Monday because I work every other Monday. So the weeks that you don't see me, or you don't see us on here, I'm at work. So we will do this again in 2 weeks. Everybody keep stacking, keep hunting. Stack what you like, stack what you can afford, have fun with it, and just be kind to each other. All right, everybody. We'll see you soon. Michi's out.